Welcome to Blue 57 Scouting Report. I am Coach Jay, and I am joined from Gainesville, Florida today with Jack Ginsky. Jack, how are you doing?
Doing well, Coach Jay. How are you?
It's excellent. It's excellent. So,
Crazy how fast this college football season is gone, man. We're already last week of the regular season.
no, I know.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm glad that these guys got to play this year. If we weren't playing college football right now, I think there would be riots in the street
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yep.
Especially football fans. So I'm glad they got to play, and I think it was the right decision to make. And we need sports in this country. That's part of who we are. It's part of the fabric of our country. And I know down in Gainesville, you guys you're having a good year. You got a good team, and life is good when your football team is playing well.
You are right about that. Food seems to taste better. Everyone seems to be in a better mood, and you just bring up, hey, like Kyle Trask, and everyone's like, oh, they love it. So can't beat it.
Yeah, it's amazing. The cloudy days are not quite as bad. It's when your team is doing well, everything about the world is going right. So,
Right.
tell us a little bit about this Florida Gators team. I mean, I've seen them play a couple of games. I did watch. I watched them dismantle both South Carolina and Georgia, and that offensive dynamics are pretty strong. That he has a
Right.
lot of options there, it's hard to stop that offense when they get going.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes, so just watching them this year, sometimes like I worry that they're too one-dimensional. They just seem to rely heavily on the pass game. But I mean, at this point in the season, we've proven to be pretty hard to stop. I think it's just so many weapons on the outside. Because last year we have four wide receivers that are in the NFL, so it's pretty impressive that we've been able to replace them that well. I think we've gotten a lot of transfers that have made an impact, like Justin Shorter and Stuart Reese. People that step in and make an impact right away. And then Kyle Trask is just putting the ball where it needs to be. And
Right.
Kyle Pitts is honestly the biggest mismatch in college football. It's
Yeah.
pretty fun to see.
Yeah. You can't stop that guy. No, nobody can stop him. I mean, he's too fast for the linebackers. The cornerbacks are too small to keep up with him. So yeah, he's a huge mismatch.
Definitely.
So you guys are playing LSU today. Tell us a little about what's the preview on that game.
So I think Florida's like a 23-point favorite, 23 and a half, which is
Okay.
a lot. But it's senior night. I got a couple friends on the team. I'm gonna go record them for senior night. I know they're really excited, and they definitely want to go out on top in the swamp. So excited to see. I know LSU is not what they normally are. They've had kind of some internal issues, it seems like, this season. But yeah, I'm excited to see Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts go at it again, and hopefully some other players can play too.
Well, I live in the Jacksonville area, which is a heavy Florida Gator fan base. And LSU has been a tough game for the last 5 years. And so
Definitely.
the fan base is pretty cranked up about this game. I think that most Florida Gator fans feel like, hey, we got the upper hand this year. We're going to drive that nail home. We're going to put these guys to bed. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't try to put 50 points on them today. No, it's been good dynamics. I think Coach Mullen has done an exceptional job. He turned around the whole Mississippi State program with what he did at Mississippi State. I know that a lot of those fans are still crying from the day that he left because he really put them in such a position. But
I think he really just brings a intensity, just a different intensity. You can really sense it. And he's gone 29-6 since being the head coach at Florida, which is like a record. And there's many great coaches that have been here before. So very cool to see. I was a freshman in 2017 when we went like 5-7, and things were a little different. So my sophomore year is the first year with Coach Mullen, and two New Year Six Bowl, And this year, hopefully the playoff, we'll see how it goes. But it's been pretty cool.
So what is the reason for Mullen's success? I mean, why is he able to pull this off when so many other coaches cannot?
Right. Well, really, you could tell like he believed, like he was on the coaching staff with Coach Urban Meyer when they won the championship in '08. But you can tell he's really bought into being a Florida Gator coach. He's all about reinstating the Gator standard. You can hear him say that in almost every interview. And because there's just so many great people that have been a Florida Gator before, and I think just kind of the whole fan base and the whole perception of the university just kind of demands success in a way.
Right.
I think something that gets overlooked a lot is so we're number 6 in football right now, but we're also the number 6 ranked public university, and we're also a Jordan school. So I think he uses a lot of those aspects to his advantage. He's very proud of it and wants to do well. So yeah.
And just pushes his players. So the fact he was at Florida, so he got to learn under Urban Meyer and with Tim Tebow and a series of those guys. So that
Right.
was great training. Then he cut his teeth really at Mississippi State as a head coach. So he
Got
he
got them up to being ranked number 1 at some point. It's just
I
amazing.
know. Yeah, so he understood the model, but it had not been tested yet. But when he went up there, he got to work out all the issues, the ups and the downs. So now when he came back to Florida, he was in a better position to just run the program the right way and get the right kind of kids.
Definitely. And like I think the coaching staff he's kind of surrounded himself with has been like vital as well. So like Nick Savage is our strength coach, and he set the tone right away too. Like in the off season before the season even started, and the players were visibly stronger, faster, better shape. So I think that helped translate on the field right away.
Oh, for sure.
Another guy I really like is Brian Johnson. So he's been the quarterback coach at Florida, and this year he's kind of taken over some offensive coordinator duties as well. Um,
Okay.
and as a player, he was a quarterback for Utah, and in 2008 they went 13-0 and beat Alabama. But as a coach, he's just been really, really good. And I went to the Arkansas game a couple weeks ago, and in the stadium, like I was like pretty high up. It was kind of in a corner, like a unique view, like I don't always get. But it was really cool to see kind of the play art and the routes. And I kid you not, someone was always open, and it was
Oh
very
yeah.
cool to see.
Yeah. I mean, when you got good route runners and you got a quarterback that can throw it in that hole,
Hmm.
it's hard to beat a team like that. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, all of those receivers are very athletic, talented guys, and they make catches sometimes when they're not even on the number.
uh huh.
So a lot of these other schools, they're dropping those same balls.
Because you
It's getting
got Justin Shorter and Trayvon Grimes. They're like big prototypical like NFL possession receivers, and
right.
you got like Kadarius Toney, who's like the most explosive guy I've seen in person. And the Pitts is like everything, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it creates a lot of problems for defenses to handle all those guys. So
Hmm.
yeah, no, that's good. With this current recruiting class, talk a little bit about that. I think they're having a good year. Florida State is clearly not having the same kind of year, and I think
Yeah.
part of that is because Florida is having such a good year. You guys are going after a lot of the same guys, and I think Florida's winning out on a lot of those guys.
Right. So I think kind of like the preconception when Mullen first got here was like we're not going to have the highest rated guys. We're not going to get all the Alabama, Georgia tier guys. And I think the Florida fan base wanted that, but Mullen just did such a good job of coaching who he had, so it's more about getting the players of the right fit, which proves to be pretty useful at times. But I think lately we've been seeing some bigger named recruits, considering Florida. Staying home in the state of Florida is certainly big. Recently, the Palmetto defensive back duo that just committed, Jason, yeah, Corey Collier and Jason Marshall. Those were big guys, and then um, just yeah, a lot of momentum coming in. I saw um, Ja'Curry Brown just recently. He's a four-star dual threat quarterback from Georgia. Just got named a crystal ball for Florida, so there's momentum in that class. So yeah, we'll see. Head in the right direction.
Well, the thing about it with a guy like Mullen is, he knows the kind of players that he has to have to make his program work. At Mississippi State, it's not the best school to recruit for. It's a small state. It's got two big SEC schools. A lot of people come in and get a lot of those players. So he did a great job of winning the in-state battle when he was in Mississippi. I think he's going to do the same thing fighting for these kids in Florida. Like you talked about, those two kids from South Florida, that's big gets. They'll probably be getting more kids from South Florida.
And Derek Lingo's class of 2020, he was Florida High School Player of the Year last year.
Right.
And Gervon Dexter was a very big get from Lake Wales, Florida as well.
Yeah, all big gets. I think it's really more about, we see a lot of these big players come through, and sometimes it's about me, too much ego. Sometimes you got to let those players go to other schools. You want guys that come in ready to work, guys that are team players that want to contribute and do whatever they got to do to make the team better. And so I know that Mullen, he knows how to develop those guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and because Kyle Trask, I feel like it's not his typical quarterback that he works with, so it's cool. They've been able to work so well because our backup is Emory Jones, and he has so much talent, and he is kind of your typical Dan Mullen quarterback. So next year it'll be interesting to see how the offense changes in that way.
Right. So so good things are going on in Gainesville. It's I'm sure you're having a good time enjoying this season, and
Sure.
hopefully you guys finish off to get today's game with LSU on a good note, on a very positive note. I expect that. What time is that game?
It's 7 o'clock tonight.
7 o'clock tonight. Okay, so that is that a what network is that on?
Oh, it might be ESPN or ESPN2 if I had to guess, but I'm not sure. I'll be there. So.
Okay, that's awesome.
And then,
so anyway,
and then Alabama. So
yeah, that's true. So that'll be a good game too. So maybe we can get some perspective from you before that Alabama game. And we can kind of talk about that. And we'll also kind of be keeping an eye on everything that's going on with the Gators for signing day on Wednesday. I think it should be a big day. They're right at 26 commits right now, so I don't foresee anything changing with that. But we'll be watching it. So anyway, I appreciate everything that you're reporting on, and it's good information.
No problem. Happy to do it, Coach Jay. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. All right. So we're talking a lot about Power 5 football. The Blue 57 is a scouting service, and we basically track Power 5 players that have offers in Texas, Georgia, Florida, the Carolinas, Virginia, Maryland, Tennessee, and Alabama. So we follow 9 states, and it's right at 2,000 kids. And so we want our listeners and watchers to follow us, subscribe to our channel, like our stuff, put your comments in there. We really appreciate the comments. And we want to just continue to follow signing day, scouting, recruiting, and sports psychology. So thank you for watching today, and we'll see you on the ball field.